Okay, so I want to talk to you today about how to rewrite your thoughts so that you can have better results when it comes to saving a relationship, dating, or really like anything, career, health, personal goals, etc. In the past video, we talked about how your thoughts create your feelings create your actions and behaviors, and your actions and behaviors create your outcomes. Should be pretty self-explanatory, but if it's not, please go back and watch the previous video. Anyway, this brings up the important idea of how critical your thoughts are in this whole process. And this is where we have to go into something that, I used to talk a lot about, but haven't in a little while. Just kind of revisiting this topic because I'm writing a book. But the idea that your mind is a BS machine. Your mind will come up with all kinds of just wild, crazy, unbelievable explanations for everything. You just simply notice something like, oh, I texted them on Tuesday and now it's Thursday and they still haven't texted me back. Why is that not happening? Notice you're asking yourself, why is that not happening? Your mind is a BS machine and it will rush in to answer that question for you. It'll say, oh, well, they're not texting you back because they met someone new, because they're mad at you, or because they never really cared about you, or because your horrible mom or dad was right and you're not worthy of love, or because you did something so unforgivable, or whatever it might be. Are these thoughts and opinions true? Maybe, but unless you have actual evidence to believe that, all you're really doing is having a thought, choosing to believe it, and allowing it to upset you. And then when you do let it upset you, that then starts the chain of reactions. You feel upset. That causes you to act in a certain way that does something that you probably shouldn't be doing. And that causes you to get results that you don't even want. And so the important takeaway is your brain is a BS machine. It will come up with all kinds of wild things to tell you. And your job is to not necessarily believe everything that it tells you. Look for evidence. Okay, well, let's see. I texted them on Tuesday. It's Thursday now. They haven't texted back. My brain is telling me that maybe it's because they met someone else or maybe because they never cared about me. Okay, well, before I just go ahead and buy into that and let it upset me, let me ask myself a couple questions. Do I have any evidence that they met someone else? Well, no, I don't. They didn't tell me that they met anybody else. That doesn't seem like they're dating anybody else. Do I have any evidence that they never actually loved me? Well, no, not really. In fact, I have a lot of evidence that they did love me. Last time there was a birthday, they said they wanted to be with me forever. They said they loved me from the first moment that we met. Oh, well, maybe that's a thought I don't have to latch onto and let it upset me. Maybe I can just let that pass like clouds in the sky. I can watch the clouds and I don't have to get involved in the drama of whatever shape they're taking, whatever direction they're moving in, or anything like that. You don't have to believe the beliefs that you think. And when you start to realize that, then you don't have to get yourself worked up. Now you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but what if there is evidence? What if I think, oh, they're dating somebody else, and I see on Instagram or Facebook or something that they're out on a date with somebody. Okay, well now you have a little bit more of a grounding reason to opt into that. And so I'm not saying you need to panic and do all the other things, but it's like, okay, that takes us on to the next question, which is like, okay, does this spell the end of the road? And chances are it probably doesn't. We don't have to have this black and white thinking about things. Just because maybe they are seeing somebody else doesn't mean that they're going to be in love forever and they're going to get married and live happily ever after or anything like that. all it means is they went out on a date. And you know how many first dates there are that just don't go anywhere? There's so many of those. So many of them. So you don't have to jump to that conclusion. Just try to stay grounded, try to stay here in the present. Try to understand that before doom befalls you, there's probably a lot of things that need to happen. Before your chances go to zero, there probably are a lot of things that need to happen. First date needs to go really well. Then there needs to be a second date. Then through all these many dates, they have to have a lot in common. They have to discover each other. They have to make sure that they're compatible. If that works out, then they have to negotiate through any logistical challenges that there might be between the two of them. Is there like any children from a previous relationship that have to be accounted for? Is there any like distance involved? Are there any other circumstances that could be problematic, etc.? And after all of that, then both of them have to want to be in a relationship still at that point. And then they have to feel comfortable enough to take it to the next level of commitment and, engagement and marriage and all that. So, it's not like it's just, hey, they were out on one date, therefore it's over. I got to just give up. And so try not to jump to conclusions, try not to catastrophize things, and try to just remember that your brain is a BS machine, and you don't have to believe everything that your brain is telling you. You don't have to assume it's true. In fact, you can question it. You can say, hey, well, is there any evidence for this? And this is going to help you a lot from working yourself up, feeling bad, acting on those impulsive emotions, and doing things that you would regret. I can't tell you how many times people have jumped to some kind of conclusion, embarrassed themselves, or painted themselves into a corner, and then, they have to work with me to try to walk things back. That's not fun. So just take it slow. Remember that there's a lot of dumb things that your brain is going to think of. You don't have to believe them. In fact, you're probably better off not believing most of them, unless there's real, solid, concrete evidence there to support it. And even if there is real, solid, concrete evidence there to support it, you don't have to have this black or white thinking kind of mentality behind it, where it's all or nothing, we're getting back together, or there's zero chance whatsoever. I might as well just, let everything fade to black and game over across the screen. It's okay. This is part of doing the mental work. Building up that habit of not jumping to conclusions. Building up that habit of understanding that your mind is a BS machine. Hope that helps you out. I'll talk to you in the next one.